I'm Trista Robinson.
And I'm Ace Jordan, and this is Godzilla. And you're watching the 13th Wolfman.
Hey everyone, you know who I am. I'm the 13th Wolfman. You know who I have with me? I have back with me Ace Jordan and Trista Robinson from Silent Retreat. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Hey,
How are things going, you two?
you're going great.
Good. We're happy to be back.
Likewise.
Oh. I just want to wish Trista a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
You know.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
So since we last talked, have you got any? What's what I'm trying? Any chance of looking at doing a sequel for Silent Retreat that you could talk about?
We're actually like this close to getting funding.
Okay.
We're kind of walking a razor's edge. It's really at the point where they're going to make a final decision very soon, our financiers. So. Fingers are crossed.
Do you already have a script?
Oh yeah, it's been scripted, budgeted, partially casted. Right now we're just waiting on the money.
Okay. I don't want to. I know that when it comes to the movie business, there's things you can and you can't talk about. So
For sure.
I don't want to push.
I can pretty much talk about anything. I just don't want to jinx it.
Hey.
So any questions you have about it, I kind of don't want to talk about it until it gets greenlit. But if you have any questions about what's in the film, or at least what's in the current draft, then you're welcome to talk about it or ask.
Actually, I really don't want to know what's in the current draft, basically, because I love the first movie so much. I don't want to ruin it for myself. And Trista, how are you doing? What's going on with you lately?
I'm good. I'm busy. It's funny. You just said oh, I don't even want to know. And then I'm like, oh, but I have to read the script. So I have to know.
Yeah.
No, I'm a terrible friend. I've not finished it yet.
She's about halfway.
But I'm about halfway because I have another movie that I'm shooting before that film that I've been working on that I can't talk about. But I am halfway through the script, and it's very good. And I will say that it's very completely different from the first one, which I didn't expect. Just completely different.
Yeah.
And you get to know the same characters in ways you wouldn't have expected, I think. Is that okay to say? Because that's how I feel. I was reading the first half what? It's just very surprising, I guess.
It's kind of like a mirror to the first film. It's almost like the complete opposite, but it comes together in the end. And I think it actually makes the first film better because you learn a lot of things that make the first film make more sense. It also takes place 25 years in the past. So it's primarily a prequel, so you get to learn about the asylum and all the stuff that happened.
Okay, yeah. I kind of figured that's where, if there was going to be another movie, that they would do something like that. You do something like that.
You did? I didn't.
Well, what I tried to do is the Silent Retreat takes place in modern day, and then you see flashbacks of the past, whereas this one takes place in the past, and you see flash forwards of the future.
Ah, didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah.
So, just out of curiosity, are there any mermaids in this?
Not yet, no. I will say that we have been talking about a mermaid film, some ideas, and we're thinking about possibly turning the idea into a comic book.
Oh.
So that we can start to create the look, and hopefully the comic will eventually become a movie.
So how's that process work out? I mean, you're a director, you're a writer, but who do you get in touch with to say, I want to make a comic book?
Well, I actually have already made comic books, so it's not that hard.
Oh.
I have one in the, let me grab it real quick. I have a vampire comic called Grad Night. I can send you some information on it. It's a little bit like that movie with Corey Feldman, Lost Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Lost Boys.
It's a little bit kind of like the Lost Boys, but like modern day. Takes place
Okay.
and we've done 2 books, and I actually stopped production on this to do Silent Retreat. And now that Silent Retreat's done, I'm trying to get back into doing comic books, and I got no problem with the next one being the Mermaid story we've been kicking around. But most likely it's 3 or 4 projects down the road for both of us.
So how many issues of that comic are? Is there just one?
Actually, we had finished. This is volume 1. It's kind of what I wanted to do was make a graphic novel, but break it down into comic-sized sections. So it was going to be about 7 to 10 books, which would cover the whole story of what would eventually become a film. And right now there's only 2 books, and the second one is only in like the ink stage. We haven't actually completed the artwork, but it's all written out. It just hasn't been printed up like this one.
So are you also the artist on that?
No, I write the script, and I actually do the lettering. I make all the bubbles and the dialogue and stuff like that, and then I have somebody else, an artist named Kurt13, who comes in, and he does all the ink, and he does all the color. He does the ink the old-fashioned way by hand, and then all the color is done digitally.
Very cool. I love comics, but I didn't know. I wasn't sure if you were the inker writer, and so.
Yeah, we kind of just split everything down the middle. It's like I came up with a concept. I wrote the script, and then I do the lettering, the bubbles and the lettering and stuff like that. He does the ink and he does the color. So it's really kind of split 50-50. But with the Mermaid, I don't know. I might use a different artist. It depends. He's also very busy.
Well, I'm still working on my side of the idea. So,
I'd love to hear it. We were talking yesterday at Brave Harvest, and we found this giant crab thing. So if I'm in it, I want to be a character with a big crab arm. I have no idea how that fits in yet. Maybe it's just a camp.
Brave Harvest is a brand new horror convention. I don't know if you had heard of it or not.
No, I haven't.
You just referenced it, so it matters.
Yeah, Brave Harvest is in Orange County. I think it was like 14. Yeah, it's brand new. It's mostly just vendors who make artwork and paranormal investigators and what's the they have.
Panels.
Yeah, they have panels and
How to make your own haunt, that kind of
clothing.
Any good panels?
Were we on panels? Is that what you're saying?
No, were there any good panels?
We went to a panel on the business of running a haunted house, which is something I'm interested in doing.
Boy, there's guys on YouTube that just get totally excited about doing haunted houses and how to run them, how to make backyard effects and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What's some of the first stuff I started watching when I got on YouTube?
Do you go to a lot of haunts and stuff like that?
I used to do more of those when I was younger. Nowadays, not so much. I find myself loving to watch more and more horror movies during Halloween. Than, I'm doing the 31 days of Halloween right now, where I'm watching a horror movie a day for 31 days.
Whoa! I love that.
I did that 1 year, and it was too much for me, so I did 13 days. I dropped it down to 13 days, and now, I don't know. I don't have an official thing. I just kind of watch a lot of horror in October.
Well, the last 10 years on Halloween, this year probably won't happen, but last 10 years before that, we used to do the 24-hour movie marathon, where I'd get all my friends. Yeah, I get all my friends and whoever want to come over and watch horror movies with me, and we'd put the titles of the movies in a bowl, and then whatever you pull out, you have to watch.
Yeah,
know,
my best friend calls that the pick and grab method. We have like spindles of movies, and we just reach in and grab one, and whatever's on top is what we watch.
that's a good idea too.
Similar type thing.
But because this became an annual event, we wanted to make sure that we didn't watch the same movies over and over. So if we grabbed a movie out one year, and I kept a little slip, I'm like, okay, well, that's got to go over into this bowl now because it can't be used next year. So we wound up going through my entire collection, you know.
Did you get pretty far through it?
Yeah, I'm usually the one that's since I love the horror films, I'm usually the one that's up the most, but usually everyone's all sacked out, you know. They're all crashing. It's like someone will wake up like 6 hours after they fell asleep and they're like, so when are we going to watch Creepshow? It's like, dude, we watched it like 4 hours ago. You were sleeping.
Does everyone stay for the full 24 hours?
Yeah, they just kind of crash all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, it's
That
just,
sounds awesome.
it's a fun time. Last year, I mean, it gets getting to the point where friends are starting families and getting married. And so it's becoming less and less, you know,
Yeah.
so I think this year I probably won't do it, you know.
Oh man.
Yeah, I can barely get friends to come over to stay for a full movie, let alone 24 hours.
That's so easy, though. I can see Trista doing it.
You don't watch horror movies?
I love watching horror movies.
She's very busy, though.
I am very busy, but I did watch some horror movies last night. I watched Wolf Creek, which I'd seen before. I just felt like watching it again.
That's in Australia, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good movie.
Older. I mean, not
Yeah,
like
it's
a
not
classic,
that
but it's like 5 years old at least.
That's like 2005, 2007, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
10 years at the most, yeah.
Yeah.
And I watched Session 9, actually.
Oh.
I still haven't seen Session 9.
Oh, really? It's good.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
It's on my DVR. I just haven't watched it. I recorded it a while back ago, and I just haven't got around to it, you know?
It's fun. It's really fun. I hadn't seen it before. So, yeah, I do try to watch horror movies as much as I can. Although I'm busy, it's what I do recreationally. In fact, I was like, last night I was like, it's my birthday at midnight. All I want to do is like lay here and watch horror movies.
Be right back.
Oh,
His dog is protesting.
Nah.
Do you hear the barking?
Yeah.
He's a sweetie. He's like, I want to be in the interview. Do you have any pets?
None recently, no. I had a cat a while back ago, and she passed, and I just haven't, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awful. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, I just want. Have you guys seen Bite?
No.
That's a really cool, more modern horror film. I just got it not too long ago, and it's about these 3 girls that go down to Costa Rica as a bachelorette party, and the bride and her 2 friends are like in this lagoon, and they're hanging out, and the bride gets bit, and then she's like, okay, well, I got bit by a bug or something. Doesn't think anything of it.
Well, I think I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, when she gets home, she's the bite mark gets a little infected, and she starts turning.
She turned into a stare, like a zombie, or
you got it.
Maybe you shouldn't tell.
Yeah, you got to watch it. I mean, it's a really cool movie. So yeah, that's that, and Scar 3D. I just watched that last night.
Ooh, I haven't seen Scar.
Did you have the actual 3D glasses?
It came with them.
Oh, cool.
So fun. We might go see Freddy's Dead in 3D.
Well, I guess only the last scene is in 3D.
Oh, I see.
But I think they do give you glasses.
And of course, I watched
Scar was good.
Yeah, Scar was good. And I watched a classic Carpenter film last night, The Thing.
Oh, awesome.
Which is actually a remake. Most people don't know that.
That is true. It's a remake of the old 1953 The Thing from Another World with James Arness.
Mm-hmm.
I think I knew that and forgot it. And now I can remember.
Directed by Howard Hawks, who was John Carpenter's, basically idol.
I only seen The Thing twice. I need to watch it again.
Oh my! Just twice?
I know. I'm trying to get Trista to watch both of these. Sleepy Hollow, because she worked with the cinematographer. It's one of the most beautiful horror films ever shot. I think
it really is. I'm not a big. I don't dislike Tim Burton, but I'm not a big Burton fan. But this is one of his best films.
Yeah. It was also it was executive produced by Francis Ford Coppola. I think it was written by the writer of Seven. I think. I'm not 100% sure of that. Great cast. It's just a cool looking film, and it's rated R too. It was kind of like before Tim Burton started making a lot of PG-13 stuff. It's really kind of bloody. To put it that way.
It's very wet.
Yeah.
It's pre-Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci, Jeffrey Jones, Casper Van Dien. They all did a great job.
Yeah, Larissa Marie actually plays Johnny Depp's mom in the movie. When there's like flashback scene. And she follows Silent Retreat on Twitter. She's pretty cool.
I just haven't seen the entire film. I've seen some of it. I've seen that scene.
And of course, Christopher Walken.
Oh, Christopher Walken plays the headless monster.
Chris Walken's in it.
But he doesn't talk in the movie because it would kind of ruin it with his voice. So he's in the movie, but he does not really speak. He just kind of growls and stuff.
I think people say that about me. I think that's why I was definitely humorous.
Yeah, it's definitely one you should watch during the month of October. I have
a long list. I'm very behind.
I have to watch some of Freak Show, American Horror Story Freak Show, because I like the first 4 episodes of that season are really good.
I haven't seen any of that either.
I'm still not caught up to Freak Show. Well, I mean, I've watched the first 3 seasons. Murder House, Asylum, and The Coven. I have Freak Show. I just haven't got around to watching it, yet. But I do know who's on the cover.
I know I should watch it. I'm a terrible clown.
Freak Show is my favorite season.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I've gone over to friends' houses that they're like, I love these people, the ones that are saying I'm not into horror, but yet they watch like The Walking Dead and American Horror Story and stuff like that. They go, I'm not really into horror. And I'm looking and I go, oh, you got Freak Show. And I go, yeah. I go, you see this person here? I go, yeah. I go, I know her.
The funniest is when my family tells me they're like in Walmart and they like see that somewhere and they go up to someone like, that's my daughter, and people are just like, okay.
We're sorry.
They're just assuming my dad is like insane.
I think it's kind of cool though, and the nice little bonus is the fact that you only appear on the cover. I mean,
the show.
Oh, there's a kitty here. I don't know if you can see.
You want to make a cameo?
But a kitty just joined us. Oh.
He doesn't want to be in the show. It's my kitty Godzilla.
Yeah, I told my friend, I go, I know her, and I go, the really weird thing is that she's only on the cover. She's not in the show at all. And he goes, oh, really? Because I thought it was, and he starts naming off characters. I'm like, I haven't seen it yet, man.
You're like me. You're like, I only know the cover.
So you haven't watched any of season 6 yet?
I'm recording season 6 right now, but I haven't watched any of it.
What's really disturbing about it is, did you watch The People versus O.J. Simpson?
No. I saw that whole thing happen when it actually happened, so I didn't watch the miniseries.
Well, it was excellent, and it's so in season 6 of American Horror Story, the cast is Marcia Clark and O.J., which is kind of disturbing in itself from that show, and it was also produced by the same network.
Yeah.
Oh, here's my kitty. Back.
There you go.
Hi.
What's the kitty's name?
Her nickname's Mama.
No,
Still cool.
I did finally get through all of Sons of Anarchy.
I haven't seen that. My friend and roommate was in that show.
Oh yeah?
I don't know how many episodes, but my dad loves that show.
I haven't seen it. Is it pretty brutal?
Yes and no. I mean, it's about an outlaw biker club, but I mean, yeah, there's some death in it, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't know.
It's good though, huh? I've heard it's really great.
Yeah, I picked up 4 seasons last year, and next thing you know, I was through all 4 seasons. I'm like, I need to see how this ends, and it's got some really good writing in it. I mean, the really, really good character development and writing and twists, and I love it.
What are you gonna be for Halloween? You could be a Sons of Anarchy character, I feel like.
Yeah. Put on the big old leather jacket, you know.
Yeah, like with your hair, you could just be like a biker.
It's about a biker gang, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about the.
I said that it'd be weird if I was like, you should be a biker for Halloween, like out of nowhere.
That's okay.
Do you already have a costume planned?
I don't know if I'm going to do any dressing up this year, since I'm probably just going to, sit at home and watch something, but.
Do you get trick-or-treaters?
Not as the neighborhood's starting to get older, so they're starting to phase out. I think we got 2 last year, so I'm not really, not really sure if there'll be any this year. More candy for me.
All the kids are growing up.
Yeah.
Have you heard about all the clowns?
I heard about this. I heard about the creepy clowns, and there are some up here in Washington.
This is crazy.
The crazy thing is,
I heard one father chased a clown with a machete to protect his children. I heard that on the news.
oh my God.
I know.
The funny thing is, I don't even find clowns creepy.
But these clowns specifically sound pretty creepy.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, I mean, you know how people are all freaked out about clowns? I'm like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the clown phobia either.
It's funny. It's like, for horror movies, you know how the zombie thing is becoming a little oversaturated? The scary clown thing is like right behind it. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot of...
You're bored with scary clowns. You're tough, man.
That's part of the reason I like Freak Show, is because there's only 2 clowns in history I've ever found scary, besides...
Me?
Okay, 4 clowns. Besides John Wayne Gacy and Trista, the only 2 clowns I've found scary are Pennywise from It and Twisty from American Horror Story.
Wow. Have you seen any of John Wayne Gacy's art?
Yeah, that's pretty freaky.
What were you saying? What did you say?
I said, yeah, I have seen some of his art. It's pretty freaky. It's very...
It is. I was just at Son of Monsterpalooza, and my friend has a booth there, and he had some clown art done by John Wayne Gacy, and it was art.
Yeah.
I mean, I was surprised.
Try these?
I'm not trying to. No, I didn't. Like, I'm not giving like a shout out to like John
Imagine
Wayne
in your
Gacy.
place, it's just like all John Wayne Gacy art.
This interview is taking a turn.
Just like serial killer art.
The reason that we're
Talented artists and go, have you killed anyone? They're
People
like,
are
no.
just like, Krista, I hear you love John Wayne Gacy.
the reason we're doing this at Aces is because her house is like nothing but Gacy prints all over it.
You have a bunch of letters from him, don't you? You write him love letters.
This is terrible. Oh my gosh, but I will tell you something true.
The rest has been a lie?
No, that's a lie that I write him love letters.
Oh, I know.
But I have been receiving prison letters to my home. This is what happened.
It's not good.
I know, and
You might want to move.
they're not to me,
Oh.
but they're to my former roommate. And I was so curious because they were obviously from prison. And my roommate moved out, and I was like, what was he, like, up to? Like, was he having, like, prison stuff happening? And so I opened the letters, although they were already opened, I will say, because they had to be inspected. I'm really incriminating myself today. I'm just going to walk out and get arrested. You realize that's what's about to happen.
John.
But they're fascinating. They're really interesting. And I have, like, if this person is watching, I have an affection for you. Like, I've grown to be like, oh, this woman. And I'm going to send them back. I'm going to be
How many of these have you actually read?
a couple, because they're fucking fascinating.
And you haven't even finished my scripts, and you read random letters.
I was gonna say.
Send it to me in, like, short chunks, like letter sizes.
I'm going to cut out newspaper and like recreate the script.
Just send it to her in an envelope that, you know, that's addressed from, like, San Quentin.
What did you say?
Something about San Quentin?
I said just send it to her in an envelope that's addressed from San Quentin, you know?
That's how you can trick me into doing stuff, yeah, because I'm so busy. So
Okay.
yeah, for sure. I'll be like, what is this? It's from prison? Awesome.
So do you guys have any conventions coming up that you're going to?
I'll have John Wayne Gacy autograph a copy of the script.
I'm just saying the artwork was interesting. That's okay to say. I'm not committing murder or anything.
I have seen it, I just don't remember what it was.
Lots of clowns.
Oh, I do know. Yeah, he draws like creepy clowns.
Yeah. I don't know that I would commission one. I'm just saying I think it sells for a lot of money.
You need John Wayne Gacy to draw a version of you on the cover of American Horror Story. That would be awesome.
Isn't Gacy dead, though?
What?
Isn't Gacy dead, though?
Is he dead?
Yeah, I think they executed him, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if I feel bad or worse. I mean, better or worse. Guys, this has been an emotional roller coaster for me.
She's got to redecorate the room now, you know. No more AWG wallpaper.
Who took out your favorite artist?
Wait, so that's why they sell for so much? Probably.
Yeah.
They're limited edition.
Mm-hmm.
There's that, and they're painted by, you know, a nut job.
Yeah. Didn't he do something else? Okay,
We
what
should
is
go.
the
We should
story?
go to an art gallery and we'll ask all the artists. Then
Yeah. The price goes up if you kill people. That's
the
terrible.
The
This
higher
is
the
terrible.
body count, the more we'll pay.
I knew the second I was like, I was interested in that art that no good could come out of this conversation. But so he was a clown. He was a guy that dressed up as a clown. No, he was a clown for his profession, right? His day job. And he moonlighted as a killer. Is that correct?
I guess. I just know he buried people under his house.
Oh.
He killed a lot of children, and I think he did weird sexual things to them too.
Oh my gosh.
He killed like
You just broke her heart, Ace.
I'm just ignorant.
It's
Like, what a pretty painting.
He's only one of the most famous serial killers of all time.
I just knew he was a clown. That's all.
I know that's how he would lure the kids.
Oh man, this is getting depressing. We need to segue. This is awful.
I think they were all boys too, weren't they?
Yeah.
You like to kill the boys.
This is a nightmare. I don't condone any of this.
Sorry.
This is terrible.
So, do you guys have any horror conventions coming up?
Thank you.
We've done 3, or you've done 4.
Yeah, I don't.
We did Midsummer Scream, we did Scare LA, Grape Harvest, and then you went to Son of Monster Palooza too.
Yeah, which was my first time actually, because I had been to Monster Palooza but never Son of. It was great. It was fun. That's where I saw the DC. That got me into this whole thing.
I think we have maze videos on YouTube from Midsummer Screaming. They had a bunch of demo haunted houses. So I don't know if I've posted any of those. I have on my blog, but I don't know if I've posted them on Facebook before.
Do you
I still
have
think.
conventions up by you?
Yeah, I was gonna say I still think it'd be cool to get you guys up here at Crypticon this year. You know,
Yeah, I've never gone. I know Jessica goes.
I mean, that's Seattle, right?
Yep, that's Seattle. Jessica, Jessica was up here in 2015.
Did you know she got a dog?
Yes, I've seen the
With all
dog.
those pets, she got a dog.
Yeah.
I was at Dark Harbor with Jessica. We went on a couple Menzies just a couple days ago.
Where's that?
It's a Queen Mary Dark Harbor, and I met.
Oh.
Jessica was there, and we actually, at the end of the night, we went on 2 or 3 mazes, I think, with her and a friend.
I think we saw her at Scare too.
Yeah, we hung out at Scare.
And I worked with Jess since I've seen you, I think,
Oh.
on solitary confinement, which is
Learn your love of prisoners.
hi Godzilla, which was directed by my buddy John Seymour, who I've worked with all over the country, I think, on several different projects. But this is our first horror.
What? Do you have any idea when that's going to come out?
No, John just wished me a happy birthday today. I should have asked him, and then I would be prepared for this. I think it says 2018 in IMDb, maybe.
Now you also worked with Jessica on Utero.
I did, and who knows when that one's coming out either.
Yeah.
Not me. I just am the actor. But by the next time I see you, I'm just going to start acting out these movies.
Start playing all the parts.
Godzilla and I will do
Crab boys.
Godzilla's friendly. Can you see Godzilla?
Yeah.
That's a little too friendly.
Godzilla. So I don't know what I'm gonna be for Halloween. Ace, what are you gonna be?
I don't know. I know I have so much planned for October, but nothing on actual Halloween.
We just did the haunted hayride.
Yeah, what's it?
Now, see, I could see you two pairing up, and this is what I picture you as: Herman and Lily Munster.
That's awesome.
Is he a Frankenstein?
Yeah.
I can see that. I got the big jaw.
Are you taking this personal? It's a compliment. What are you doing? You're being like the actor right
No,
now.
I'm just trying to visualize because I don't know the monsters as well as the Addams
Ace
family.
is like, you're right, I'm
So, like,
hideous, I get it.
Is that the Frankenstein, or is that the wolf guy, or Herman is the Frankenstein?
And you're gonna be a cool biker dude.
Yep.
Right? Well, he doesn't like excited.
Yep.
Isn't their kid like a werewolf?
Yeah, Eddie. Yep.
So she was obviously cheating on him.
I don't know.
With you?
What wolfie?
No, I'm with you. It never made any sense to me either. It's like it's like Lily and Grandpa are vampires. She marries Frankenstein's monster, and they have a little werewolf. So, you know.
Monster genetics.
Yeah. There you go. Recessive gene.
Adams, I think last year.
Yeah.
And then I was Lydia Dietz year before that. I don't know what I'm going to be this year, though. I think I'll probably be working, to be honest. I'll probably be nothing. I did want to go to the Winchester house, though. Have you heard of that?
I have heard of that. That's a cool. I've always wanted to visit the Winchester house.
I've been in the past, but I guess apparently on Halloween and on Friday the 13th, they have a flashlight tour throughout the house, which sounds awesome, and I really want to go, but I doubt I'll make it. So maybe next year on like a Friday the 13th or something. I do recommend it. It is cool. Have you ever been to Lucha? I just saw my Lucha shirt in the.
I saw that you're Lucha Underground. No, I haven't been to Lucha, but I do follow it.
Oh my goodness. You should go to Lucha. You would love it. I've been to Lucha Underground. I have not been to Lucha Baboon. I want to go to Lucha Baboon. But I swear it's I mean, I don't get paid, obviously. It's the coolest thing ever.
It's just fun to say.
It's amazing what people will put their bodies through.
It's amazing. And they don't get paid that much money. And, sometimes I can relate to it, like, as an actor. It's like these people, it's like indie, it's grueling, they don't get paid a lot of money. Obviously, they're exceptional athletes, I'm not. Yeah. But, like...
That's why so many wrestlers die when they're like 50. Because of the abuse.
No, there are some that have died young. But look at... Have you seen Rey Mysterio Jr. lately?
No, I haven't. Is it sad?
He's only like 5'3", and he looks like he can like bench press a semi. He's like thrown in the protein. He's all like bodybuilder. He's all just all huge and ripped.
Did you see the Jake the Snake doc?
I saw that.
Yeah.
So I watched that home alone, just like bawling my eyes out, like a ridiculous human.
We watched it at the same time.
And I was crying, and you were laughing.
I was there. So like he got.
And there's a lot of good.
He was one of my favorite wrestlers.
It's rough, man.
He's actually doing better than a lot of them, considering.
Well, because of DDP, really.
I read something somewhere that like half the wrestlers in WrestleMania 6 are like dead now.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not.
No.
I mean, it's a rough life, but it's awesome to me. I have so much respect for it. I think it's art. I really do.
As long as these guys killing themselves, it entertains you. That's all.
No, they want to do it. But I get it. Gosh, I'm being scandalous in this interview. I love wrestling, and I appreciate Wayne Gacy's art.
I want to go. I've never actually been to a wrestling match.
Well, we got to get ready for the live show. I want to thank you guys for coming on. If people are looking for you, where can they find you, Ace?
Facebook, /Jordan Film, and Twitter, Ace Jordan Film, Instagram, Ace Jordan Film, and Ace Jordan on Horror Mino.
I'm on Facebook or Twitter at Trista Robinson.
Okay. And for Ace Jordan and Trista Robinson, I'm the 13th Wolfman, and I'm on the prowl.
Oh! You're not going to do that part? I like that part.
You like your howl. What's it like the howl, Godzilla?